Good morning, people. Pawpaw Sammy here. Look, everybody's screaming about gas, gas. It's going to go up. It's going to wreck America. People, it's not going to wreck America. Number one, Iran had a whole lot of gas. That's understood. The Middle East has a whole lot of oil and gas. That's understood. Australia just discovered an unexplored oil field that is loaded with oil. America has more oil right now than most other countries do. In fact, I think we are the leader. Okay, now, the people we are dealing with for 40 years, their favorite coffee break is a cup of good strong coffee and let's kill America. Let's kill them, the infidels. They're like a kid that's never been told no. A child that's never been told no. Don't stop. I had good friends that had a little boy and a little girl, about 7, 8 years old. They had them evaluated because the kids were super hyper. They had a problem. After an extensive evaluation over a period of weeks, the verdict come back. There's nothing wrong with those children, except they've never been told no and enforced. Okay, so these people we're trying to deal with, how do you deal with someone that's doing their best to sink ships that's harmless, that can't defend themselves? The ships they're shooting has no guns, no defense. And why are they doing that? Well, they can stay in power and do as they please. All right, that's number one. Now, you make a deal with them, they don't live up to it. They're not going to. They're going to do as they please until you totally take them down. Stop it. Now, people, I'm not trying to take sides. I don't get involved in politics. But I was asked what I thought about the gas. Yeah, it's going to go up a little bit, but it's going to come back down because we got our people drilling. Our wells are coming online. Australia is going to kick in, and the countries that need oil will get away from them over there in the Middle East until they settle down and start doing right. Right now, they're mad. They're like a kid throwing a tantrum. They're shooting rockets at their neighbors, the ships. Anybody that can't defend themselves, we're going to throw a fit, do what we say. All right? And the amazing thing is how many people in America says, let them do as they please. I'm not going to go any further than that. That don't even make logic. But I mean, what can you say? So yeah, there's a good chance that the gas prices will go up, but they're going to come down. Now, here's another thing. Congress just passed the Daylight Timing Act. Daylight Timing Act. They're going to leave it permanent. Well, in a way that helps. You take like ranchers and farmers. That clock don't mean anything. They up at daylight in that field working to keep it, to beat the heat. Now, if you work in an office building, all that does is get you up an hour early, get you to work an hour early, knocks you off, runs you home, and it gets dark faster. That's all it does. But anyway, I firmly believe they need to go one way or the other and leave it alone. It's just not worth the time of changing clocks and everything else that's involved. Okay, when I first went to ironworking, I was union, Baton Rouge local. But this contractor we worked for was a very good man. He treated us right. Small contractor. He come to us one day and said, fellas, you know how hard it is on that steel. I mean, you up there on that iron. People, I used to wear a pair of short blue jeans with a pair of blue jeans over the shorts to sit on that steel and connect it. That's how hard it was. It blister your butt. All right. He said, we can come to work at 5. in the morning. Union time was 7 to 3:30. That was it, set in stone. He said, we can start at 5, turn the truck lights on, roll out the welding leads, set up the torches, get the extension cords run out. He said, get all the tools set up. He said, by that time, fellas, it's daylight. With the truck lights and the daylight, you can see the work safe. He said, by doing that, we can take our break in the morning, our break in the evening, and we can skip lunch if you want to. So instead of working at 3:30 in this blistering heat, about 1:30, you gone. You done got your day in the cooler part of the day, the heat, and you're out of the heat. Now that helped. But there was an agreement between us. So look, now there's one more thing. My grandpa taught me that schools don't even teach anymore. Your colleges, the professors teach what they think. You graduate with a degree in why did Roman soldiers wear sandals, you know, or why did cavemen chase women. Something that's never going to do you any good. It's a good hobby. You can study it and enjoy it on the side. You needed a business degree, a law degree, a doctor's degree. You need something to make a living before you start playing in fantasy land. And that's what the problem is today. Colleges don't teach what you need to know. They're trying to teach you what they want you to know. People better start paying attention to what your kids are doing in college. Now, let's get on down to gardening. It's getting late in the year. Well, not really late, but it's hot. So some of your earlier plants are bearing out. People are setting up for their fall garden. Now, anybody that follows me on my gardening knows for a fact, if you're going to set your garden up, harvest whatever you got in the field, in your beds. All right? Lay down grass clippings, soak it, lay down cardboard, soak it, lay grass clippings on top, soak it, cut holes through the cardboard, and plant your fall garden. Now, well, why go to all that trouble? Well, by the time your fall garden is starting, it's in August, September, it's hot. The grass clippings, the cardboard and grass clippings keeps that ground cool. Keep it damp. It keeps the ground cool. 5, 6, 8, 10 degrees cooler. All right? That gives you plants a quick start. Now, later on in the year, when the temperature starts swinging back the other way, that compost does the same thing. Holds the temperature. It's not an insulating blanket, but it helps control the sudden swings in the temperature to a degree. So it helps. Plus, by the time you harvest in your fall garden, you don't have weeds and grass in that garden. That cardboard stopped the weeds and grass from growing, killed the roots. The grass roots and weed roots died down into the ground. That opened the ground up. Your nutrients was going into the ground to the roots of the plant you're trying to grow. Hey, logical. Okay. By the time your fall garden's harvested out, your cardboard is basically gone. Your worms, bacteria, it is eating the cardboard, turn it into compost. So it's a win-win situation, people. You need to get that garden set up right. Now, in closing, one thought. I do know that there's things nowadays that I had back in my day in school, in life, in general. The kids nowadays will never see or experience. 90% of them won't. I'd like to know some of y'all's feelings. What did you have back in the day you figure is gone? The kids now never see it or never understand it. In the meanwhile, be safe. Don't panic. America was set up. Today it's going to go hard right. Tomorrow it's going to go hard left. But it's going to come back. It's like a pendulum. It's going to come back, people. It always has. Our forefathers were smarter than we were.